Alright, so this is a bit of a twofold thing, mostly for the channel. Um, but I've been doing some work on the anthology of short stories that I'm doing for the Dark Nova universe. As I've stated before, I'm actually taking a break from working on game development for the Dark Nova RPG in order to focus on the novels because that was what got the whole damn thing started 30 years ago. I need to get back to that and actually finish it. The anthology of short stories is probably, even though the entire game is based on the novels, that's the one that ties into the game the best because each of the short stories is from the perspective of one of the archetypes that you run into in the game that you can actually play. So you have the Free Trader's Tale, which gives a story from the Free Trader's perspective, the Templar's Tale, which gives you a background of how somebody winds up becoming a Templar from a rather surprising background. The Mercenary's Tale, which is a Spartan Group Special Operations team and follows one of their little adventures they do. Hands down, the hardest one is the Courtesan's Tale because I'm having to get into the mind of a Machiavellian woman who plays around in the court intrigue of a neo-feudal society. And then there's the Hunter Priest's Tale, which is the Grodin Hunter Priest, one of the things that they do. So getting a little alien mindset in there. I might add more short stories depending on as I get ideas for them. The whole thing was actually based on Chaucer's Tales, so I wanted it to kind of fit that same dynamic. You know, you got multiple different people traveling together on a starliner that breaks down, and while they're effecting repairs in the hyperdrive, just this freelance journalist is collecting tales from all these different people, and I like the idea of picking up tales as you travel on a pilgrimage of sorts. So I've got room to add more, but I want to finish the ones I've actually got set up for it right now first before I start adding more into it. That being said, if anybody out there that's watching this actually plays the Dark Nova RPG and you got ideas you want to toss out there of things you want to see, let me know in the comment section below. So specific to the channel here, for reasons, mostly I'm sick and tired of butting my head up against the damned engine failing because it can't handle too many scripts. I deleted Fallout 4 off my computer completely, and just I got sick of headbutting it. I went through the papyrus scripts to find out what was going on, and there were a couple of mod conflicts that I settled it, and it was still having issues, and it turns out it's just the game engine. It can't handle it. Creation engine is Gamebryo with a new coat of paint. Gamebryo is NetImmerse with a new coat of paint, and that means that you're literally playing with a game engine that was developed in 1996. And unlike the Unreal Engine, which updates and builds an entirely new engine from the ground up on a regular basis, all Bethesda has done is just band-aid patch and barbed wire stuff together, and they've never actually gone back and created an entirely new engine from the ground up. And when you do modding for Fallout 4, you get into the coding and you see just how lazy they truly were. When you find the moon referred to as Secundus, and things like the categories of the different effects, like weapon effects, when you mod a weapon, put a scope on it, things like that, it's listed as spell effects and alchemy and enchantment, stuff like that. That's just absolutely lazy beyond belief. And they just went downhill even further with Fallout 76 and whatnot. That's a side rant I could get into another day. But the point is, I just got sick and tired of fighting it. Now, Skyrim, on the other hand, I use Skyrim SE because the Anniversary Edition pissed me off. A lot of people like me got shoved down our throats without our permission by Steam, even though we set it to where Steam was not supposed to update without our permission. Did it anyway. Thankfully, there was a rollback mod on Nexus that allowed us to get rid of all the shit that it added in because it broke SKSE, it broke all sorts of mods. Honestly, it didn't offer anything I wanted. A lot of the stuff that it was offering, I had better from mods. So, but my incredibly heavily modded Skyrim runs smooth. I mean, it's smooth as silk. I've never had any issues with it. And since a lot of what I put on the channel is game stuff, I wanted to find out, if that's something that you guys would actually want to watch. I will warn you now, it's going to be 18 plus because some of the mods I do have, there's body mods, so I'm a loot vacuum. I go and I strip somebody off. I don't even bother trying to pick. I just yank everything off, which means you're going to get wang and boobs flashed out when I'm a loot a body, so just being forewarned there. YouTube might pitch a fit about that, but I'm not monetizing this shite anyway. There's like 20 of you out there to actually watch this stuff. So I wanted to find out what you thought, if that was something you'd be interested in me posting up here for interview, and also how long you would like to see the videos be. Half hour, hour, or do really, really long playthroughs, things like that. Personally, I wouldn't want to go beyond an hour, and I'm targeting more for the half hour to 45 minute range. But I use a lot of mods like alternate start mods, Helgen Reborn, things like that that aren't part of the vanilla game that add a whole new depth to it, make it an entirely new game, so it becomes a lot more entertaining. But I want to find out from you people that are out there watching this. What do you think? Is that something you want to watch? I want to continue with my Cyberpunk playthrough that I was posting, but I've got a glitch that I've run into, which apparently is something that they're trying to address, and I gotta wait till you get the hot patch out for it before I can continue with that, because it does affect the main quest. So in the meantime, that blacksmithing videos, I'm not gonna be posting any of those. And this is a bit of an announcement for those of you that aren't aware of it. My brother, myself, and one of my brothers, I got a lot of siblings. One of my brothers, myself, and my daughters are moving. We're leaving Texas and moving back to Alaska. There's reasons for that, multiple reasons actually, not the least of which being I am getting sick and bloody tired of triple digit heat. When we came here, we wound up in Southeast Alaska of all places, not the usual settlement spots. So I grew up in a place where if it hit 70 degrees in summer, we thought the world was ending and everybody was dying because it was a heat wave. And, rarely do we get above 65. And in the winter, we rarely get below the 20s. I mean, it's not this Arctic wasteland everybody thinks it is. It is overcast all the time, and it does rain all the time, which is what breaks a lot of people that can't handle that. I love that. I'm genetically designed for it. I mean, where our family's from Southwest Ireland, is cold, wet, and overcast all the damn time. So, and we lived there since the bloody Stone Age. So we're moving up there, and as a result, the forge has been broken down and is being packed up. Its move isn't until the spring, so we got time. But I'm not going to do any more blacksmithing until I get up there. Now, I'm looking at buying a house that has a sizable workshop up there. And if we do go that route and do get that, oh yeah, that sucker's getting wired for everything. I mean, my brother is our AV guy, so he's going to go nuts with that, getting that set up, because he wants me to do streaming on Twitch and post videos here, blacksmithing. So you'll see more of that. But not until once we get up there and get settled in. Other than that, it's mostly just going to be video games. The Dark Note RPG is still being worked on in little bits and spurts. Whenever I've got brain farts and I can't get anything written for the novels, I actually will sit down and come up with a little bit of stuff here and there for that. But mostly my focus with the Novaverse is on the novels and get those out. And that's just... It's a personal choice that I need to get that done. And there's already the core book for the game and the primary expansion for the game are out there. It's playable. It's done. That can stand on its own. But the novels, people have been expecting the stuff that I've been working on right now for years, many years, and I need to get off my arse and actually get it done and get it out there. So that's where I'm at right now. So anyway, that's an update on the Novaverse, my personal life, and this channel. And like I said, let me know whether you'd be interested in the in seeing the Skyrim videos. So till then.